Hey Canucks fans, it's time for another edition of Ask Me Anything. I am Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take on one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, July the 31st. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Tonight, 10 p.m., don't be anywhere else except for my live stream right here on YouTube. Going to give away a couple prizes, some pretty sweet prizes, and also make at least two, if not three, let's say two big announcements tonight. So I hope you join me tonight at 10 p.m. for my live stream. Get inside, beat the heat, and hang out with me for an hour or so. Let's get to your questions. A really good variety today. Let's start off with legendary Just Incredible. Who is your pick of all-time most underrated Canuck? For me, it would have to be Alex Burrows, just based on his story of going undrafted, playing the ECHL, then having to scrap his way through the AHL Manitoba Moose. And then even when the NHL slotted, he had to work his way up the fourth line to the star we know he was with the Sedins for his 13-year career. Who is your pick, or does anyone come to mind for you? So I would have picked Alex Burrows too, admittedly, just because of everything you said, Justin. But, you know, a player in a similar ilk, I would say Kevin Bieksa. And maybe not underrated per se, because he wasn't like he was a superstar, but I'm going to say underappreciated, because I know a lot of people really did appreciate him when he played for the Canucks, but even more so now, just appreciating that he was a right shot guy who could skate pretty well, who stood up for every single one of his teammates, who we know was a great locker room leader and a leader on the ice, and probably a really good communicator, which we're now learning about now as we see him in the media. For all those reasons, and he didn't maybe start in the ECHL like Burrows, but he was part of that crew. Burrows, Kessler, and Bieksa, the three of them kind of came to the Vancouver Canucks at around the same time in the mid-2000s. So I'm going to go with Kevin Bieksa, if not underrated, as an underappreciated Canuck in history. Great question, Justin. Hall of Fame member C. Edits. If you had the chance to get styled by a celebrity stylist, which celebrity would you want to emulate and why? I'm not sure if you're hinting at something, C. Edits, or you're just asking a question because it's Ask Me Anything. But yes, I would need a lot of work, and I don't think I could afford any celebrity stylist. I don't think I could afford even a local stylist because of how much work they'd have to do. But I like Bruno Mars. I've always liked Bruno Mars. I think he's cool. He's obviously very talented, and he's got this kind of... So if a more flamboyant, kind of trendy, current look, I'd go with him. If I want a classic look, I've always thought that Denzel Washington looks very, looks very slick. You know, he can dress kind of cool, but he also looks really good in suits and in tuxedos. So I'm going to go with the guy who does Bruno Mars style or the guy who styles Denzel Washington. Never been asked that before. Thank you, C. Edits. Harry, birthday shout out to my man, Harry. He turns 25 years old today. Harry, thank you for your support on this channel, and I hope you have a great day. He says, who will make the most impact on the Canucks roster this coming season, and who will most likely be in the lineup after training camp is over? Okay, so birthday boy, I think the guy that's going to have the most impact on the roster is going to be Mikheyev, because he's going to be a good penalty killer, and we simply don't have any player that matches his speed. So I'm going to say it's Mikheyev has the biggest impact, although I think Kuzmenko and Lazar as our new additions will also have a big impact. And if you're asking me, when training camp is over, the 20 skaters or 20 players will be Demko and Martin. I'm guessing Pullman will not be ready, so I'm going to go with Oyel, Myers, Hughes, Shen, Rathbone, and Dermott. Then up front, you have, I think it's going to be, just to name the players, not necessarily combinations, Miller, Besser, Pedersen, Horvat, Garland, Pearson, Kuzmenko, Podkolzin, and Mikheyev, and then Höglander, Lazar, and then likely Dakota Joshua, and then I think Dickinson and Lockwood are your two extra forwards. That's my guess. Tristan says, Hey Clay, it's Tristan. Hope you're having a great and safe summer. Sorry, I've missed a lot. Two of my family members passed away right after each other. Sorry to hear that, Tristan. Please accept my condolences. And now you're back, which is great. How is my son Jacob's bowling career? He's doing well. We were in Sweden in June, and he bowled in the World Championships. Didn't win, didn't even have his own bowling balls, but bowled really well. Thank you. And number two, where would you see our Canucks left defense lines to start? And will Myers be moved down Have a great and safe day. Keep up the amazing work. And always remember, I'm a fan for life. Stay cool. Awesome. Thank you, Tristan. I know you're a fan for life. Take care of family. Family first, always. But to answer your question, no, I don't think Myers will be moved down. He'll be playing with OEL no matter where that is, whether that's the top or second pair. Hughes and Shen will be another pair. And then I think Jack Rathbone starts on the left. And they're going to move Travis Dermott to the right. Karan says, which current forward Dman do you think is the most underappreciated? Oh, kind of similar to Justin's question off the top. I actually think that Tanner Pearson is underappreciated. He's low maintenance. He always plays hard. He never complains. He's good defensively. Sure, he's not the fastest skater, but I think he's a veteran presence that the Canucks need. So I'm going with Tanner Pearson as the most underappreciated forward. Underappreciated D-man, Luke Shen. I think he did win Unsung Hero, so maybe he's not as underappreciated, but I'm going to go with Luke Shen on the blue line. Derek says, hey, Clay, do you feel confidence with the decor we have right now with a full season under Boudreau? Do you think the Canucks will have a better start than last season? And do you think the Canucks will make the playoffs? And where will all the Pacific teams be? So I'm sort of confident in the decor. I'm not as confident as, say, Jim Rutherford is, as I vlogged about yesterday. I think Rathbone's going to be good. I think Dermott can be quietly good. So I'm slightly confident with the decor. I think under a full season under Boudreau, the Canucks will make the playoffs. I think they're going to finish third or fourth in the division, making the playoffs. So I think it's going to go Edmonton, then LA, then we're going to fight with Calgary. No, we're going to fight with Calgary and LA for second, third, and fourth. So Edmonton first, and then some combination of LA, Vancouver, Calgary, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going Vegas 5, and then not the three California teams. I mean then Seattle with Anaheim and San Jose. Maybe Anaheim 6, San Jose 7, and Seattle 8. Eli says, seeing how cap-strapped teams like Vegas had to dump guys like Pacioretty, if Miller's trade value doesn't improve, how would you rank the feasibility of the following moves? So he's got 4 scenarios. Number 1, trade him quickly for less than full value so we get something back, i.e. Calgary for Huberdeau. Number 2, sign him for long-term, hesitant, maybe given his age. Number 3, bank on him having sustainable future value and agree a short-term contract, so he's likely still a trade asset, i.e. Klingberg. Number 4, trade Horvat instead and retain Miller, then have PD Miller 1A, 1B. Okay, so I think the least case scenario is trading Horvat tied with going with a short-term contract. I don't think Miller at his age will sign a short-term, and I don't think we're ever going to trade Horvat. So those two rank as number 3 for me. I think the most likely is you trade him, and not necessarily quickly, but you do trade him. And of course, the longer we wait, the less value he's going to have. And then second most likely is signing him for long term, because according to Jim Rutherford, they're still trying to do that, even though they're far apart. So actually, I do them in order of how you listed them. Most likely trade him, even if it's for less than full value. Number 2 is sign him long term, and then tied for number 3 is sign him short term or trade Horvat instead. Peter, if a Miller trade does indeed happen, which Canuck do you think will take a big leap in point production this season? I think Brock Besser is going to have a good season given the weight being lifted, hopefully, of his dad's illness and passing. And I actually think that Podkolzin is going to have a big point production as well, a leap, given that he played a really good second half of the season. And Time Night says this: what changes would you like to see the Canucks make on defense, and what would your dream defense be? Well, the realistic one is strengthen your right side, get rid of Pullman, even Myers, if you can get rid of that contract and bring in someone really good. Now, what's my dream defense? Oh, well, if there was no such thing as salary cap, I'd have Makar, Hughes, and Fox. I'd have all 3 of those young guys. And then I'd have Ekblad on the right, and then Pietrangelo, I still like. So I'm missing one. And let's go with Roman Josi. So my dream D is Hughes, Josi, and Pietrangelo on the left. I think they're lefties. And then on the right side, Makar, Fox, and Ekblad. I think we would be set. Finally, Sadu says, with Virtanen having been found guilty, do you see him coming back to the Canucks or any NHL team? No, I do not think Virtanen comes back to the Canucks because of the history here. Off the ice and on the ice, he simply wasn't that effective. And we've already bought him out once. I do think he's going to get a shot with another NHL team. I can't tell you which team it's going to be, but I do think that the NHL and sports in general are quite forgiving. Okay, there we go, Canucks fans. Thank you for your wonderful questions, as always, and I hope you join me tonight at 10 p.m. for my live stream. 2 big giveaways and 2 big announcements. Shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform. Personal Training and Weight Loss, and Advanced City Experts Real Estate Group. And thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, and to all Hall of Fame members and franchise members as well. Harry, once again, happy 25th birthday to you and to all of you. Thanks for watching today. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Leave a tip, a super thanks if you'd like to. Become a member or upgrade if you'd like to. And leave a comment down below if you'd like to with any reaction to any of my answers. And the fact that it is, if you made it to this video 10.5 minutes in, type in the 2 words heat wave, because we've been in a heat wave here in Vancouver. It's supposed to end after today. Some people love it, some people hate it, and some people are in the middle. Type in the word heat wave, then I know that you made it to the end of this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. See you tonight at 10 p.m. God bless, and go Canucks go.